Well, the Ontario Human Rights Commission has just released a multi-year final report on racism in policing, in particular, the subject of anti-Black racism in Toronto police interactions. Here's part of what the Commission had to say about its findings.
Over 6 years ago, the Commission began an inquiry to look at the critical impacts of the Toronto Police Services and its board have had on Black communities. The report's findings are clear. Systemic racial discrimination, racial profiling, and anti-Black racism exist wherever Black people interact with Toronto Police Services.
And the CBC's Ithil Musa was at the news conference in Toronto. She has more on the report's findings.
Ontario Human Rights Commission basically says their analysis and research conclusively proves that Black people in Toronto are subjected to anti-Black racism by the Toronto Police Service. Their findings really affirm what many in the Black community have said for years, and the findings of Toronto police themselves. They also released a report last year. The report looked at police interactions when it comes to Black people, and they found that they are disproportionately affected, for example, in street checks. Let's take a look at a graphic here that shows just how much more or how many more times Black people are stopped by police for street checks when compared to, for example, white people. Black people are also overrepresented when it comes to things like charges, arrests, and more importantly, use of force. The Commission has made some very, very serious recommendations, over 100 of them. And what's really important is that they want these recommendations to be legally binding. Arthi, they say that is the only real true path when it comes to true accountability. So, for example, some of the recommendations includes collecting detailed information on all police stops, and also, documenting police that are prone to racial bias. Arthi?
That is the CBC's Ithil Musa reporting in Toronto.